I'm trying to build my agency. I'm looking to find the best lead vendor. I need to know who to hire and who should I be paying to be running my ads or to be my lead vendor for my team. In this video, I'm going to break down how you can identify which company or people or individuals to hire or to work with to actually help you as an agent scale your agency, hit 40K months, or scale your agency to $1 million a month. My name is Trey. I'm the owner of Agent Lead Lab. In the past 3.5 years, we've helped 550 agents. IP means issue paid in commissions, $40,000 per month. And on this channel, all I do is break down concepts, behaviors, tendencies, and the such of those individuals, what they're doing, why it works, and what it looks like. As always, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's hop right into the video. Okay, cool. So as always, I try to give real life context from where these questions come from. So I was talking to one of my Apex clients yesterday. Individual was just really talking about like, hey, I'm really excited to be working with you. I've worked with some other people, and these are kind of some of the issues that I've ran into. So we talked through it, and at the end of the call, I was like, hey man, like, I know that we're really good, but if you don't mind me asking, like, what made you decide to work with us? Right? And he started listing out a few things, and that's kind of what I want to go through today, because I think knowing, and I'm using myself as a standard, I'm being transparent, not to say that I think I'm like the greatest thing in the world, but there are a few things that I'm going to identify that I think are important, and it doesn't have to be me. Like, I'm by no means, I'm not saying that I may not be your person, but you need to find out a little bit about who's going to be running your ads or who's going to be your lead vendor. All right. So number one that what you want to focus on is experience. All right. Now, I don't mean experience in a traditional way, right? Non-traditional. I don't necessarily mean experience running ads. Like, yeah, that's fine. Okay. But understand we're doing life insurance. We're doing basic marketing. We're not doing coaching, consulting. We don't need a insane funnel. Like, we just need the basics. Most people are just running lead forms. Like, even agents, they don't even know. They're like, oh, it's a landing page. They have no idea. They don't even really know the difference. Yes, find somebody that can do that if you can. But like, the first thing is non-traditional experience. All right. And I do not mean non-traditional. So I mean not in running ads. All right. That would be right number two. So we're going to look at this. We're going to say non-traditional, and then it's going to be experience as a media buyer. All right. So number one is non-traditional experience. Okay. And then number two is going to be experience as a media buyer. And I'm going to break down what this actually means. Okay. So when I say non-traditional, I'm referring to someone who has some level of knowing what the life insurance space entails. The quickest way for me to know whether or not a lead vendor or a lead marketing company or whatever is going to be around a lot, because a lot of them since I've started have come and go, and they get hot for like 20 seconds. I'm like, oh my goodness, the best thing ever, because they found some little way to do something different, and people want to just hop on that train, and then their stuff sucks. Is they don't really know what they're doing. They just know how to market, or they found one thing. They were an agent that wasn't good. They never wrote business. They have no context. They've never been in a big agency. They don't understand all the leads. They just only understand one industry. It's like those people are going to struggle, and you should not work with them. I'm being honest. And when I say should, I hate using the word should, but I just mean like if you watch my content and you understand how I think through behaviors for top insurance agents and agency owners, if you're looking to hire somebody, you need to find someone with some experience as an agent, or somebody in their organization has a lot of reps as an agent. If you're working with people that are like not in your niche, they're like, yeah, I just run ads for like coaches and consultants, and you're going to pay them, and they're like, yeah, I can whip up your offer. It's not that it won't work, because it can, but it's like the extent in which it works is not going to be as efficient, because you don't really need all that. You just need simple people that understand. The reason why I'm saying that experience is important is because they have to understand, right? So if you look at this, right, they have to understand the thoughts, behaviors, and psychology, which I guess is the same thing, right? Tendency, you can call it whatever, right? Of the clients, not of marketing. Like, marketing is marketing. This offer is simple. It's not complex. For anybody that runs it or knows it, like, everybody's doing the same thing. Shoot, they have a special ad category, so you can't even really get saucy with the targeting. It's like not what it used to be. So what's the difference maker? Is somebody that can actually come in and understands the clients that you're dealing with. Not just, oh yeah, I'm looking for 50, 85-year-olds with money. That's dumb. No, that doesn't work anymore, especially not with the new algorithm updates. Getting away with that is not, because what is determining is how the angles, how you think through things, what's important, what's not. It's like most people don't, if you don't understand that, you don't know that, how are you gonna run ads? Another thing, lead vendors that won't be transparent about what's being marketed run in the opposite direction. Why? Because it's all out there. And if you can't show me, like, here's the thing, you can funnel hack so easy in the life insurance space because, like, the keywords are so straightforward. Like, there's nothing special. And the crazy thing is, in every other industry, all people do is funnel hack. So it doesn't really matter. I used to be so worried about that, maybe myself. And now I'm like, cool, bro. Like, that's not what makes businesses good. Their ads and their funnel does not make a business good. The more I think about it, it doesn't. It doesn't even make the leads good. It may give you some understanding of like, oh, this might be where to start, but it's not. If you still can't think through things, you haven't been through the experience, you don't know what you're doing, you don't do right by people, you don't understand how to price things, you don't understand how to make offers for agents, like, the other stuff doesn't matter. But if you're looking for somebody to hire, if they don't have experience or know the psychology of the industry that you're in, it's like run in the opposite direction, genuinely. The second thing is going to be experience as a media buyer. Now, this is actually going to be the tangible experience. So it's like, do you have reps at running ads? Keep it super simple, right? How many years have they had? What are some of the niches they have worked with? It's like, cool. These are the first two things, experience. Second thing is going to be track record, okay? This is important because it tells a story. What do I mean by track record? I mean videos, written testimonials, and just overall info about the person or persons who are using/used the leads, right? If you go on a website and you're white and all you see is a bunch of Latino, African American, Asian individuals, and you see no white people at all, right? None, right? And they don't do any ads for annuity or IUL or even mortgage. All they do is final expense. And they only work with captive agents, and you're a non-captive agent. Why would you use their leads? Why would you even think that their leads are for you? It's not that they're not trying to be racist or prejudiced or whatever. And if anybody wants to call me that, cool. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. And I'm not that person. And I'll flip the script. You're black or you're Latino or you're Asian, and you go to another site and it's final expense and it's nothing but white people. And there's nobody that's everybody's non-captive and you're captive. Should you go there? It's like, no. Can you try? Yeah. Do you think that probably makes sense? No. Why? Okay. The race thing, the reason I threw that in there is, why do they not have any diversity? I'm just saying, like, I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, they have no diversity, nothing, nobody. All they work with is the same complexion, maybe as themselves or specific demographic. They just have none. That's number one. To me, that's a red flag. Just saying, being honest. It's like, why do you only work with these people? Like, what are you prejudiced? You're like, hey. Number two, they only work with captive or non-captive agents. What does that tell you? Do you not know how to do it for me? Have you never had work with somebody? See, these are the things that people don't want to say, but it's the truth. Or not the truth. Let me not say that because whatever. It's the reality of the situation. They don't work with your ethnicity. They don't do even the sphere of insurance that you're in. You take it a step further, they work with people that do direct marketing but don't do leads. They work with people that do leads but don't do direct marketing. Because I don't care if you run leads or you don't run leads. That doesn't mean that you have somebody that's being your lead vendor or run ads. It can be different. You could be in a company that does direct marketing and still buy leads. And you could be in a company that buys leads and do direct marketing. There's direct marketing people that do run ads and buy leads. They do like recruiting, they do event stuff. And then there's ad people who do direct marketing, inspirational marketing, whatever you want to call it. They do recruiting, stuff like that. They're not the same. There's people that are lead vendors that sell you leads that's like recruiting leads. They're not the same as a life insurance lead vendor who sells you annuities and final expense and mortgage and whatever. They're different. Their track record tells you the story of what to expect. If you don't look that track record up, what are you doing? If you don't hire for the track record, have you? It's like, yeah, bro, I've never worked with anybody that's a different ethnicity. It's like, what? That's weird. You haven't had one client. Once again, this is number two. So this is after you figured out if they have experience as a media buyer and that they have non-traditional experience, meaning like they have life insurance history. Not insurance, life insurance history, right? Okay, that's the track record, all right? It tells you a story. Second thing it does, gives you confidence. So let's say their story checks out. You're like, oh, okay, cool, right? And let me stop for a second. I'm not saying that if they don't do those things, that you should not hire them. I'm not saying that people can't be given a chance. I'm talking about people that have history. This is like media buyer and lead vendor. This is all the same. I'm not trying to say the same names over again, but you guys get the point. Like, if they've checked out the first two, you move to number two. Because then my question is like, okay, well, if you have experience and you're pretty good at what you do, why have you never worked with people that are like me? When I say like me, I mean like they don't have people that look like you, behave like you, and they also don't have people that are even sell life insurance in the same way that you do. This one is captive. They can sell one product. This one's non-captive. They can sell a ton. This one does inspirational marketing where they do like friends and family. This one runs leads. So like, why would this fit for me? It wouldn't. But if you don't have the videos, the testimonials, you don't know who they work with. Anybody can tell you anything. Like, yeah, I have a system that gets recruiting. It's like, okay, you have a system that gets recruiting for non-captive agents who also don't look like me, sound like me, talk like me, walk like me, don't do anything like me. So why do I think that this might work for me? If you have 5 years of experience. So in 5 years, you never work with somebody that looks like me, never work with somebody that sells the same products as me, I should go in the opposite direction. What you should go towards is, hey, this person's worked with a wide variety of people of all ethnic backgrounds, of all different type of life insurance companies. The reason why I say that is because if you've only worked with a certain type of, honestly, I should just take all that back, but it is what it is out there. What I really am trying to get at is not only like ethnic, but like demographic background. That's why I'm saying behaviors, because what I mean is like the type of person, the demographic of person who does inspirational marketing is different than the type of person, demographically speaking, from behaviors, principles, how they approach their day, how they dial, if they dial, how do they do events, do they not? Different than somebody who's even a captive agent, let alone inspirational marketing or warm market referral. They're completely different. But you need to figure out which one does the company that you're hiring or the person that you're hiring know how to do. Because if they don't know how to do, if they know how to do yours, you're green. If they know how to do this one and not yours, you're not green. If they know how to do both, you're also green. To me, that's the greenest, because what they do is, green is not a word, but that's the best situation, because what they're going to do is they're going to take their experience from working with people who do warm market and the things that they've learned. They're going to take their experience from working with people who do this, the things that they've learned, and they're going to go. Now, I'm not saying that that's not the same as me saying they don't have experience in doing like one industry. It's still life insurance. They're still doing life insurance lead gen, whether it's recruiting lead gen or what's it called, lead gen. It's like I did regular lead gen until the beginning of this year, and we started doing recruiting, and we crushed it because I understand the life insurance space. Not only do I understand the clients, but I also understand the agents, and it's vice versa. If you can understand the agents, you can understand the clients. Like you should if you've actually had the reps, right? The second thing is it gives you confidence. So they've checked all your boxes. Once again, we're going through this like this is just like, okay, non-traditional. They have experiences of media buyer, lead vendor. They have tons of written testimonials, story, people that look like me, that do the same thing I do, sell the same way I do, etc. And then lastly is it gives you confidence. So it's like, okay, that's what we call borrowed confidence. Why is it borrowed confidence? Because when you're taking risk, which is good, you want to take risks, but it's a calculated risk now, right? Because now you have all the upfront data that you need, okay? That's super, super important. Now, this is going to give you enough to really pull the trigger, right? Now, what you want to do is like, we'll just say bonus, all right? The third thing is going to be, can they give strategic outline of growth for you and your team? Can these individuals provide you the strategic outline of your growth for not only you, but for your entire team? What I mean by that is you come to me and you're a brand new agent. Just started. I had a conversation with a brand new agent yesterday. I was like, hey, he was like, yeah, man, I'm looking at these other companies. One of them, I won't drop his name. I really, really like him. He's a beast on the internet. Shout out to him. I ain't gonna drop his name. I think I will eventually, but I really like his work. He's another individual similar to me. He makes great content. He provides tremendous value. He works in the advanced market space, and I really think his work is good. I've never spoken to him, but I probably will meet him one day. And we're both, growing. He's a little bit ahead of me. I think he's doing like 500K a month. We're like pushing for 3, so we'll get there. But yeah, he's really good, man. I really like his work, and part of it was he was like, thinking like, hey man, I might decide between you and him. And I told him, I was like, hey man, like I don't throw shade, especially don't throw shade for people I think are killing it and rocking it. I'm a firm believer in like everybody can win, everybody can eat. This industry is huge. We should be helping each other, not putting each other down. So the way I look at it, I was like, look, brother, like you're coming to me, you're trying to make a decision. I get it. You've talked to them. I said, bro, I have really nothing to sell you. I don't really do like solo agents, self-gen or whatever. That's just not my speed really anymore. I have a few people, but it's very, 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 like I'm very picky because it's like it takes up my time and my team's time. So the way I look at it is I was telling him, I'm like, dude, tell me a little bit about yourself. So we started talking. The guy's he's never sold anything. He just got his license like 5 days ago. And I was like, look, brother, you can do what you want. I think the program you're referring to is probably a really good fit, but I don't think that's a good fit for you right now. He's like, yeah, man, I got this money. I'm like, dude, look, bro. The thing you need to understand about this industry is experience is everything. If you can get your teeth kicked in and learn how to sell, it's a weapon that you can use in the future. And then when you buy leads, it doesn't really matter the leads at that point because bro, it's never about the leads. This whole channel is about helping you make more money. How much do you guys see me actually talk about leads? Really, be honest. If you watch me, I do not sit here and preach about leads. When I say leads, I mean, I don't say like, oh man, bro, like it's the lead. I'm always talking about the behavior of the lead, the tendency of the lead, the strategies of the agents who work leads. Why? Because I every day sit here with my team and watch agents from every neck of the woods complain and do well on the same exact leads. Some are old, some are 90 days old. I have some agencies who buy year-old leads and they kill it. I have 30-day-old leads. I got 60-day-old leads. I've got fresh leads. I've got leads with OTP, leads with no OTP. Dude, I see everything. I got Facebook form, Google. We got Instagram. We got we have custom leads that we're making. It's like, bro, I see it all. So when people complain to me or tell me things, I'm like, you can't really say that. And like, you don't have the vision, like you can't see what I see. So I get it. You're limited in your experience, but I'm telling you that if I pulled up all my sheets of all my agents that win, they're all from different necks of the woods. They look different. They sell relatively, they have the same behaviors, but their like tonality and how they go about their day is different. Some do one call close, some do booked appointments, but like, so you can't tell me that a lead actually matters. I have one of my good friends who will be on here soon. He was like, dude, it does not matter about the lead. Like, it doesn't matter. The lead is irrelevant. Genuinely, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to have him explain when I get him on, like what he meant by that. But it's like, dude, the lead means nothing. The lead is a byproduct for the speed. You're paying for the time that it takes to get the money. That's it. Better leads means you have to call less of them to make money. More leads, but you have to have a higher skill level. More leads mean you can suck a lot more, get more at-bats, and win. People try to it's like, dude, if you actually look at the cost to acquire a client, it's actually not really any different. And that's the problem. It's like, I think I said I was going to do it, but I have to like do a full video on the cost to acquire a client. Like if your cost to acquire a client, should be right around the same. Like if you buy a pack of leads, for $800 and you get 2 closes, like that's $400. If you get 3, that's good. People are like, oh, it's not. It's like, no, you're wrong. That's good. In what industry, do you have a cost to acquire a client? Really any business where it's like higher than that. Like your expectations are unrealistic and you don't understand business. So this is just a small example of like, if they can't give you that strategic outline, then what does it matter? And you're probably like, Trey, how'd you get on that tangent? The individual I was talking to, I was like, look, brother, you just started. I can sit here and tell you what our package is, how it works, whatever, right? I'm like, I would be doing you a disservice. I was like, we are a lead agency. So the way that works is a little bit different. We're not a lead vendor. We used to call ourselves a lead marketer. Now we just use the term coin lead agency, because think about a life insurance agency where you have uplines and people direct to you and everything else. That's kind of what we do. So like I have people that it's my sales team. They're like my downlines, if you want to call it, and they run their like they get their clients and they work their clients. That's their book of business. They make residuals off of it, like the whole 9 yards. But they also have a relationship with that person, because it's not just we're in the lead buying business. So you don't buy leads once and you're done. This is not like a high ticket service. You like try it out for 3 months. It's like, dude, you get set up, you try a pack. Maybe that pack doesn't work. We try another one. We figure out what was wrong with the pack, what you need to adjust. You adjust it, and then you're on your way. So you're building your book, your agency. These people will probably go out and recruit more people, tell more people to buy leads. You give them the process. So like we're creating something that's different. The reason I'm saying that is I told him, I said, look, you don't have a skill set yet, brother. If I give you the best leads in the world, you're going to fumble. I'm being honest, you are going to fumble. So if I charge you whatever plus your ad spend, bro, you're wasting money. Now you're going to learn, but you're going to learn regardless. So why would you not learn with cheap leads? He's like, oh. I'm like, that's our philosophy. People always ask me, why are your leads priced so low? Because I really want to give them to you for free. I don't want you to run aged leads forever. That's not the point. Aged leads are meant to be a stepping stone. That's it. If you're buying aged leads consistently, there's something that, in my opinion, is like you should be using aged leads to start compounding. The problem, the people want to buy aged leads to just scale. And there's nothing really wrong with that if you have infinite data. But I said this all the time. If you're buying aged leads from companies that are like private, like mine, like they're not large actual IMOs who have like millions of pieces of data coming in and they just have people buying from them, right? If that's the case and you're getting like generated leads that didn't close, they're finite. So what happens is no matter where you go, people will be like, well, we bought all these aged leads and now they suck. It's like, dude, because nobody has infinite number of those. Whereas with ads, just like any business, you're doing marketing. So you should, number one, you're going to grow faster. Number two, it's going to be a lot more predictable. Number three, you're going to have a lot less stress. Because what happens when you do ads, you have to constantly keep hopping around. And yeah, your profit margins maybe a little bit higher. Maybe your cost to acquire a client is 20% lower, which theoretically could be an argument. The problem is it's really not, because the law it takes to find the next lead vendor to scratch the itch is not worth it. So the way I look at it is, okay, let me sell these leads as low as I possibly can to at least get you reps. I can't be free, but I sell it for something. You get reps, and then now we progress you. But the reps are meant to improve the skill, and then the skill is meant to, that's why like our lead pricing is fair, because it's a game. Like it's, when I say game, it's like you just got to keep playing the game. That's it. You're just playing the game until you get to the next level. And the next level is, now I'm on these leads. You keep playing the game till you get good enough. Then you go to the next level. Then you keep playing the game, you get good enough. Now you build an agency. Then you keep playing the game, you build enough. Now you have enough to pay us to run your ads so you can save some money. You see what I'm saying? So it all requires stepping stones. But everything I just went through is what's called a strategic outline. You need one for you and for your team. If these three things aren't there, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to know who to hire. And if they can't explain this, it's also going to be very, very difficult for you to know to hire. But if they can break this down and show you, if they have experience in the life insurance space, they understand the client's thoughts and behaviors. The reason why they need to know that is because you can't run ads. You can steal people's ads and do basic copy, which a lot of people do. And they're like, well, these leads suck after a while. It's like, yeah, because they don't actually know what they're doing. They're just copying the next person. It's like, if you don't know what to look at and why people are clicking or opting in and why the intent's so high, it's like, you don't know what you're doing. Do they have experience as a media buyer or lead vendor? Have they been doing this for a few years? Even if they have it, that's okay. If they have a ton of experience, like this is the thing, like theoretically you can take both of these. I would tell you though to take A over B, because learning how to push some buttons on an ad is a lot easier than recreating the experience, right? Of being in the life insurance space. And being a media buyer but not having context is hard to reframe people because you can't replicate years of experience. Learning how to do a skill versus having actual lived experience are two different things, right? It's like somebody that's been selling for 10 years and you just teach them an offer versus somebody that knows every single offer or knows the offer like the back of his hand. You have to teach them how to sell. It's not the same, right? Second thing is track record. Does their testimonials tell a story about who they've worked with, and what type of business they do within the life insurance space? Simple. If it doesn't, that's not your person. If it does, keep moving to the next one. Do they give you confidence? Because you're going to take a risk regardless, right? You borrow their confidence for them telling you this is how you work the leads. This is what you say. They should come in and give you scripts, trainings, guidelines on this is what other people do. If they can't tell you what other people do, you should go the other way. Honestly. Right? Now, even if they don't have this, they should give you the confidence like, dude, I've been doing this for 12 years. Like, let's say you do go get an experienced media buyer who's like, dude, I got you, bro. Like, I'll do it for the low for a few months. Let's get it rolling. We use their experience, whatever. Dude, they should still have some sort of like testimonials about who they've worked with, and they should still give you confidence. And the last one is, this is going to be harder to find, but this is where the gem is. Can they give you strategic outline? If not, you're going to hop from vendor to vendor and never scale. It'll be very difficult to grow. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys soon. If you're interested in buying leads, go to leadlabcrm.com. We got leads from $1 to $55. If you're interested in partnering up with us and growing with us, and you want us to either partner with you, which is our partnership model, or do Apex, which is going to be where we actually come in, run ads, give you strategy at like a very, very high level. The partnership is just discounted leads, pretty simple. The agency model is also just like, we come in, we meet with you, our team meets with you, we develop a strategy, we help you scale, we help you grow. It does require a lot of work on your end, so it's not going to be one of those easy, I'm just going to pay these guys, they're going to do everything. If you think that's the case, we're not even going to accept your application. Go to agentleadlab.com, you can book a call. If packages start at $5K a month and upwards. So I don't want to waste your time. If you don't have $5K a month, like just don't hop on a call. There's really no point. But as always, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.